think it's time to blow this scene. Get everybody in the stuff together. Okay, 3, 2, 1, let's jam.
So I'm ready to start, except I forgot to open the software to do work. So I'm waiting on that. so slow. Go. What is this going to be called? Let's just call this Visions. Good morning. You sound very happy that it's Friday. I'm looking for Jerome. Is he around? This is Carl, by the way. Okay, thanks. Hey, Jerome, it's Carl. How you doing? I'm doing all right. Well, can't complain too much. It is Friday after all, which just means that it's the end of the official work week and the beginning of the unofficial work week. I realized that I didn't get around to turning that mass on Cherney yesterday, so I was sitting here looking at it, and I just wanted to make sure when I turn that, that's going to get rid of that arch on the back and the gable facing on the back. And that's what you want to do? Okay. Okay, that's also going to, we might have to lower the shed roof over the summer kitchen. Do you want to do that as well? So you can do a gable on that section of the roof? Mm-hmm. Yep. Oh, I see. So you got it. Basically, you want to pull this. You want to pull the stair away so that you can have a gutter on the front of that eave. Okay, I see. Say that one more time. Yeah. Okay. I was actually looking at it. I might be able to. Well, we'd have to raise it a lot. We could try to match the eaves with the shed over the back, and almost make it like a return around the corner. But it would be really high if we did that. I think so. I'll play with it and see what I can figure out. And we'll get that. I'll move that stair out of the way a little bit too. That's gonna kind of mess up the wine cellar there. Is that from the kitchen? Okay. So we'll go back to having that back wall solid on the kitchen, and they'll just have to go down the hall to get to the wine cellar. Or no wine cellar. Okay. Did everything else look okay? Did you have a chance to look at that second floor and make sure that... Okay. No, I'm not pushing you. I'm just checking to see. I'm looking at my calendar. So I was hoping to get the Frampton residents out today, but that didn't happen. So I might try to wrap that up this week. So we're not done, but get it out for them to give me a little bit of feedback on. I just talked to him yesterday. The meeting with Belfour Beatty went pretty well. So he hasn't heard anything back from it, but he expects we'll at least get some modeling work out of that, probably for them. And that'll be like we're modeling and also doing what do they call that? RFIs, basically, where we're putting together, hey, this wall can't go here, kind of information. So those kind of reports, which he usually, whatever I usually propose, he's like, all right, I'm going to add 15% to that. So, and we usually still get those. So That could be good experience for somebody to get some commercial plans in front of some people, get some modeling done. But he also told me apparently he and his wife were denied the loan for their house, which doesn't change. We're going to continue working on the house because he's paying for the architectural services out of funds he already has. But basically, what he told me is that means is that he's going to increase our services, and we're going to design his pool and guest house, and they're going to build that first. So I was like, darn. Anyway, so I've got that coming down the line as well. But I'll get this back to you today. Probably get that turned so you can, if you want to, later this afternoon, take a look at everything and see if there's anything else that you think needs to be done. All right. Alrighty. Yep. Have a good one. Yeah, I just saw that. We'll go ahead and. Okay, you want us to just use the card? We'll fill out the form and use the card to. Okay. All right. Sounds good. I'll get Holly to do that. Thanks a lot. See ya. Ollie, did you get that? Courtney, you ready for more changes on this house? I like it. Bring it on. Ain't no thing. gear. Okay, maybe that stays right there. It was like, nope. I'm not really sure why this came with it. Or didn't come with it. Hmm. Yes. Either one. Um, um, Courtney, I'm about to destroy all this cabinetry you did over by the fridge.
Really?
I'm gonna take it out and replace the wall, and then I'm gonna put it back in. But we moved, so come take a look at this. So in order to get, oops, sorry, we just throw that up against the wall there. In order to get this roof to work, in order to allow it to drain right here, he wanted to move this staircase off over there. So we're not sure what we're going to do with this space yet, but for now I'm moving the stair all the way over so that this porch can expand back there. We might put a little room in there for the wine room, but we're not sure where it's going to go yet. But I need to take this exterior wall and make it go all the way down this face here. And if I just delete this wall, it's going to delete the cabinets that are on it because they're attached to the wall. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut them out. And then paste them back into the exact same place. Or at least that's the plan.
Okay.
So once I have the wall there again, right? Now what I can do is I can come in here and modify, paste, blind to selected levels, top of slab. And so now it's still hosted to this wall. So if this wall moves, the cabinets will move with it.
Okay.
So, but if I were to just delete those walls, then your cabinets would be gone. So I wanted to make sure that I had a wall there to paste them back into.
You're moving the stairs.
Yeah, we're moving this.
Permanent?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's not going to be by the.
It's not going to be right there anymore. But the problem is he hasn't seen this yet, so I don't know. I don't know if he's going to like it. Back. Welcome to design, man. This is the way it works. But I mean, it makes sense to move it away so that we can have all the roofs kind of drain, right? So like this roof. So before VG. Right, so you see this roof doesn't drain, and this is kind of an ugly detail right here. So the water has to drain here, and then it doesn't even actually come all the way to it.
Okay.
So there's going to be a bunch of water pulling up against that wall, and anytime water sits in one place, it finds a way to get down there, and it'll probably get down under the wall there. So what he wants to do is he just wants to let the water shed off straight down. So what we're doing is we're moving this so that the water can just shut down. And probably what will happen is this wall right here, or the roof, sorry, will go all the way across as well. And this will probably also. Oh, didn't mean to do that. That's going to mess us up downstairs. There you go. So that's probably what's going to happen there. And then this will probably.
So how do you do that?
Do
wall?
what?
How did you have that wall attached?
This one?
Uh-huh.
I used the extend. What is it? This guy, right? I don't even know what the icons look like anymore because I use.
Okay.
They're right there. Trim extend. I have XS extend single and XM extend multiple.
Okay.
So what that lets me do is, let's say you've got a wall going this way, and then you've got a wall coming here. I'll draw a bunch of them here.
I remember I use that all the time, but I didn't know you could do that to walls.
Yeah, you can do it to just about anything that has grips on it. If it has one of those blue grips, you can do extend to it. So I do XS, so I can go there. I can do that right there, right? Or if it goes past it, I can use XM, and then I can either come here and click on individual ones, or I can do XM, this right here. Do that right there. If you're familiar with AutoCAD, it's like the fence tool or the trim tool. But instead of having a trim tool and an extend tool, they combined it in one. Right? It does the same thing. So that's what I just used. So I did XS, and then you can tab through, so I can extend it to the middle of this wall, right? Or I can extend it to the back of that wall. And you want to make sure that you're getting the right thing, right? Do that right there. And it used to be one of the first things that I did when I installed Revit was change those colors, because blue, I find sometimes it just doesn't show up very well. I gotta spend time and clean my desk before I leave today. This is atrocious over here. But you can go in and, like, if you find that blue just doesn't work for you, you can change, like right now the selection and pre-selection colors are the same. So I could make, if I wanted the pre-selection, which is when you're hovering over something, to be a little more subtle. And then alert, I actually like alert to be like a bright red. Right, so now it's kind of that stands out a bit better.
Yeah.
Right? And then when I select it, it'll be a darker blue. But I used to do like oranges and things like that because I like orange for some reason. I don't know why. That was before I moved to Oklahoma, so don't think it's because of OSU.
Okay.
So you can, I mean, so this is probably kind of what it's going to end up doing here. That right there. Well, I don't know. Maybe that's just going to end here. I'm still trying to figure out where this stair goes. It's actually pretty nice being right there because upstairs it empties out into the hallway instead of right across from here. So now there's kind of like a hallway get down to the residential area. Oh wait, that's downstairs. There we go. So it empties out into this hallway, so you can go down here for residential or over here for the game room. So it keeps the noise a little bit further away. So now the noise from the game room has a big opening that it can go down to create even less noise down here. And kids running up the stairs.
Like that. I guess
you will eventually. You will eventually. Yeah, I mean, if you think about it, any opening that's between here and here is going to be somewhere else for the noise to go. And there's only so much noise, right, that you have to get rid of. So if you give that noise somewhere else to go down, all that air pressure. I mean, it's all sound is air pressure, right? Air waves. So you give that noise somewhere else to go, and it's going to reduce the amount of noise that comes further down. It's not going to be a lot, but it'll some. Plus, if like kids are running up and down these stairs to get to the game room, it's further away from this bedroom and this opening here. I have no clue. I don't know if he's going to want to do this. Like, this is a really nice little walkway, but I don't know. This doesn't seem efficient. I don't know what he's going to do right here. But in terms of placement in the courtyard, I don't like that. That doesn't really seem right, and it messes up this nice pretty fountain that he had down here. So all I know right now is that it's definitely not going to be against this wall. Yeah, all because he switched sites. So, but anyway, just wanted to let you know, give you a heads up on
second floor.
Yeah. We're gonna give you a heads up, let you see kind of what's going on. We're gonna have to so we shed this roof, so this archway is gonna go away or get lowered. We might have enough space there. We might be able to put that arch down here now. But you know, a lot of stuff. It's a changing.
Yeah.
So anyway,
Okay.
give you a heads up. I sent you some to-dos for the area plans, and when you're ready to switch, just let me know, and I'll run you through one of them.
Okay. Well, I just opened the. I was just about to open the Dawson.
Okay.
Is it Dawson? All right. Dawson project.
Yeah. Did you add the things on your glasses?
I bought them like this.
Oh, okay, I wasn't sure because you said you did the jackets and it was the same thing. So.
Yeah. Sometimes I try to match it. I didn't even notice that.
I had to ask.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, are you ready now then, or?
Yeah, I'm ready now.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, let me pull that up then. I'm actually gonna keep going on this. Let's see. So, were you able to find it?
I was. I haven't found it yet.
Okay, it's under Patriot Home Builders.
Okay.
And then Plans, and then Dawson.
Okay.
So for each of these 2, 3, and 4, what we need to do, and I'll start with 2. What we have under issued PDFs, there's marketing flyers. All these that say flyer. Okay. And essentially what this is this is what, well, you remember when we went to the house and they had those posted up on the canvas. It's for people to take so they can see the perspective and what the house is going to look like, and you know, all that fun stuff. And you know, overall dimensions, kind of how everything flows. And what we have on here is a square footage, which is like the exterior square footage, not including the garage. I don't know why they don't include the garage. Just the way it is.
They include it into the cost.
Oh yeah. Yeah, they do. Which makes it seem like they're getting the garage for free. I don't know. It always seemed weird to me. So what is this? This is garage right, because the garage is on the right side of the front elevation. See? Left, right, garage right. Garage left would be basically the whole thing.
Okay, so I get it now. At first when you were describing it, but I get it.
So
it's different. It's basically the same house, but just like we went to the site plan, it was kind of things were pushed around.
Yep. So GR garage right, GL garage left.
Okay.
We have 3 different versions and there's a spreadsheet that kind of explains what the difference between all of them is. I had to do this for them because they didn't know what the difference between the three of them were, even though they designed it. So you can look in here and see Dawson 2, Dawson 3, garage left, garage right, Dawson 4, and then what the exterior area is for all of them. And I think this is total area, and then the conditioned area. Okay. Coming back in here, I'm going to go ahead and start this opening. Here, this is the latest one. While that is opening, open the model set. So while waiting on this, for the production homes, like for Patriot Homes, homes that are going to be built so that one set of plans and they're built a bunch of times, we're calling those a model set. If it's a house that we've designed custom and only one of those is going to be built for the set, we call that a construction set. Okay. That's not an industry term, it's just something that I've come up with to indicate the difference between a custom home that we've done and a production home. So we have these like Maud Taylor, Maud Robinson. So Randall, Robinson, Taylor, Ketcher, Morris, those are all the names of people who we've done custom homes based on the Dawson plan. All of those say construction set on the set of documents.
Gotcha.
Let's see. Yes.
So mostly, some of them might want the master bedroom bigger, or okay.
Or they move some things around or something. I don't understand who would have this open. Did you open the? Did you open one of those PDFs? No? Okay. So this is a 3-car garage. Okay, the flyer was a 2-car garage. Everything else is the same. Okay, the floor plan is exactly the same. The only difference is 2-car, 2.5-car, 3-car. What we're going to be concerned about is this sheet right here. Okay, that sheet, it doesn't show up on the index. This sheet has 2 purposes. This room finish schedule, their design consultant, their interior design person, uses this to determine how much carpet to order, how much wood to order, how much tile to order for the floor finishes. And they also use it as a worksheet to say, okay, the base is going to be solid wood base, 6-inch. The paint is going to be this color in this room. The ceiling finish is going to be vaulted with faux beam. They use this as a worksheet. The client almost never sees this. It's mostly for Patriot Homes and the contractors. They also use it because some of the contractors use the exterior area to determine how much their services cost, like your masons and the people who put up your stucco and your siding. They want to know how much exterior area of the house is going to be used. Some contractors use the interior area for their cost of services. So we also have the interior area, which is known as the conditioned area. Okay, and you can go look at these and you can look and see that this line goes along the interior face of the wow. So your wall is, these big thick lines. So your wall, right, is your stud, and then your finish, right? This is looking in plan. Right? So for the exterior area, so for the exterior area, so let's say that this is stucco and this is the exterior face. Okay, that area line is right along here. Okay. Gotta left that red. Oh well. For the interior, for the condition space, that line is right along the face of those studs. Okay? So you'll see that when you go in, that this line is right along the inside face, right? And it follows the inside of the stud all the way around, okay? All of it. Now we also do the covered porch, and then the garage, okay, is the inside stud there, and it goes to the inside stud of the exterior wall of the garage, and then we have a porch up here as well. All right, same thing for up here. It gets a little bit trickier up here. I feel like that's messed up right here. Okay. Now, what we're worried about is making sure that we get an updated area sheet to them. Okay, so I'm fairly certain, this is in Revit, that I've already corrected it in all the models. All you're going to be doing is printing and replacing the sorry, you're going to be making sure it's correct, and then printing, and then replacing it in the PDF. Okay, so Dawson 2, this is 2-car garage, 22,394 square feet. So what I want to do now, and you can open the flyer over here, because the flyers are all correct. Okay, 2,394 square feet. So what you're going to be doing is you're going to be opening the area plan. Okay, and you're going to be making sure that that's correct. See, it matches now. All right. So if this matches over here, we're good. It's correct. Right? And then over here, I'm pretty sure that I went through and I checked and see I've got thin lines turned off so you can see. Actually, it looks like I did it along the, well, I did face there and I did finish here, so I'm still in. Yeah. So anyway, what you're going to do over here is you're just going to make sure that everything adds up correctly. And really all you have to do is you have to check these last numbers. So 6 plus 4 is 10, so 0, we're good. All right, so that number is good. And then check over here, 4, 9 is 13, so 3 here is good. So here we have a problem, okay, because now it's adding 2240 and 543. So 0 and 3 is not 2. So we've got a rounding error somewhere. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Okay, and it does that because somewhere it rounded up and somewhere else it rounded down.
Okay, so
and it doesn't take that into account when it does the whole numbers.
Okay.
So somewhere in here, one of these numbers is just barely off. So what I do typically is I'll take something like this and I'll just nudge it a little bit, and then I'll look and see. See, now it's correct. Wait, 3 is, no, it's still not correct, sorry. Which one is, I think if I take this, keep going a little bit, 0 and 3. See, now it's correct. Now I've got 2 right there. So 2 and 0. Unconditioned space. This is the total for unconditioned space, and this is the total for conditioned space. Is that, you following what I'm saying here? So conditioned space is the total of these two. Okay. Unconditioned is the total of these, and then this number here should be the total of 2240 and 542. Okay, so before we have over here 1626 plus 614, 2240, so that one's correct. Okay, and then we got 134 plus 389 plus 20 is 543. That's correct. Okay, so then 543 plus 2240 should be this number here, and you see it's off. Okay, and that's just because Revit's stupid when it comes to rounding, so we have to trick it sometimes. So what I do again is I just come in here and I just kind of nudge some of these until it's correct. And what I was saying, all you have to really do is look at these last numbers. If these last numbers are correct, then it's usually okay, like 99.9% of the time. So I know that as long as the see, actually now we have a problem still. Do you see why we have a problem still?
Yeah.
Okay, because now 134 plus 389 plus 20 is 543. So even though these are correct, by adding those together, now we have a problem because these three together added doesn't work. So I think what I need to do is, I think if I just keep nudging this till this says 19 square feet. Will be good. Now 134 plus 389 plus 19 is 542 plus 2240, 2782. Now everything. Okay. Is that making sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So now everything's looking okay. I can print this sheet. Okay, I want to update the date on here. We're gonna change this to 9/29. Today's the 29th, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we also want to make sure that this is updated. Okay, and these areas here should match these areas right here. Okay, so this needs to be 614 and 240, and that should match. This right here, 1626, 614. We're in Dawson too. Okay.
So which one did you pick up there in the Excel?
This one right here, Dawson.
Oh, okay.
Dawson 2. So Dawson 2 is going to be the same. Dawson 3 is going to be the same between garage left and garage right.
Mm-hmm.
I was just making sure that
Okay.
these numbers matched here. Okay. So we've got, we updated our date. We updated the square footage. Now the only other thing that we need to do is we need to make sure that the floor plan, okay, and what is here is correct. So this is 3-car, so we've got 3 cars shown. We do have this problem right here where we need to make sure that our garage is getting this whole area right here, which is going to change our numbers down here. Right, so to do area lines, right, area boundary, and then you're going to want to draw right along that line right there, and it'll snap to it. All right, and you want to make sure you trim those out. Boom, and now our garage area is 573. That's not going to affect this, it's only going to affect this. So we want to make sure again, 7, 9, 16, so that's good. 0 and 6, 6, so that's all good. Okay, that makes sense?
Mm-hmm.
Is it making more sense now?
Yes.
Okay, good. I realized the way I was explaining it was not very clear. So now we're good. We've got 3-car garage here, 3-car garage here. It says garage right. This is garage right. All the areas are good. We've changed the date. It says model set. Dawson 2. That's all good. So now we can print. All right, we're going to print this to Bluebeam. You want to be sure that it's set to 24 by 36. Right? I use the PDF one. I don't think that one will work with the PDF printer. Right? So you use 24 by 36. Keep it color. Actually, it should already set everything up for you. So if you just hit 24 by 36 and hit OK, you should be good. current window only. You're not printing the whole set, just this sheet. Okay. Everything looks good. Okay. So, and then we're going to print it to, what did you just do? We're going to print it to our Dawson 2 folder. The Dawson 2 GR. Oh, so the naming convention is Dawson 2 3-car garage right. Put the date, and in this case it's going to be area replacement, or you can put a 0.2 replacement, something that indicates that it's a single sheet and it's for replacing something else. Okay. All right, so we're going to save that. It's going to open it up over here. Do you remember what the date was before I changed it over here?
I believe it was like the 17th.
Was it February 17th?
I think so.
Okay.
I know I saw 17th.
Okay, so we're making sure everything's good, all the areas match, everything looks okay. We've already done that over here, but we're just making sure in case we see something. Everything looks good, right? The next step is going to be putting this into the old PDF. Okay, I don't know if you're going to be able to do this in Bluebeam because of the licensing, but I'm going to show you how to do it in Bluebeam, and then you can go in and do that. So this is the old one. All right. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do save as, and we're going to go again back to.
So you're not going to click on the one that we were currently working on?
The one we just printed?
Yeah.
It's already saved. So
Okay.
what I need to do now is I'm going to make the old one, which is, the date will be different depending on where you're at. So in Dawson, the way I find the latest one is I come in here and I hit date modified, and I make sure that the newest date is on top. And then I'm looking for, say we've got our area replacement sheet, so I'm looking for garage, 3-car garage right. That doesn't say flyers. See, these are all flyers. Okay, so this one, 3-car garage right, looks like February 19th was the last time that these were done. Okay, so that's the one that I want to open because I'm gonna put the area sheet into this. So I'm basically I'm taking out. Think of it if you've got an actual set. I'm going to take the area sheet out and put the new one in. That's basically what we're doing. Okay. So I'm going to save it as under Dawson 2 issued PDFs. All right. Here. 3-car garage right. All right. So I'm just going to click on that, and then I'm just going to change this to 9/29/17. Okay. So we've got Dawson 2 3-car garage right with today's date. Okay. And that'll update. There you go. So that's the file that we're in now. But you can see it still has the old, right? It has the old sheet in there. So what you're going to do is under Documents, Pages, Replace Pages. Okay. So when you hit Replace Pages, it's going to say, okay, which file do you want to pull the pages from that you're going to insert in? Okay. So we're going to pick our area replacement because that's the one that's our source. That's what we're pulling from. And we're going to hit Open, and then you get another dialog box. Okay, which pages do you want to remove and replace with which pages from this? So there's only one page in our area replacement PDF. Okay, so we don't have to worry about that. But in here, we want to tell it which page number we're replacing. And in that case, it's number 2 of 7. If you're already on the sheet you want to replace, it'll automatically. So if you go to the area sheet and then you do this tool, it'll automatically say, hey, you want to replace page 2. Okay. Keep replace page content only checked. What that'll do is it'll allow us to, in the bookmarks, it won't update the bookmarks or anything, so it'll keep the index.
Okay.
Good. All right, so I'm going to hit OK. All right, and that we're still in our today's date. All right, and that we've got our latest. Okay.
All right. So.
And then if I look at the other sheets, it still has the old date. Okay, which is fine. This is exactly what we want. We don't want to have to reprint everything, and I'll show you why in just a second. I want to make sure something looked weird about that.
Get out this thing.
Yeah, it's a lot, so take your time. That's how long it's been since we've done this. It's a different title block. Anyway.
So you went to three car garage right on here, and you say you right clicked it.
For what? What do you?
To open it, and then place
to open it in Bluebeam. Or you mean to do the replace sheet?
Yeah, the replace sheets.
Okay. Let's see real quick. Okay. So before we go into that process again, do you understand the printing and everything from Revit? You understand all the Revit side? What you need to do?
So trying to pretty much we're gonna go into Revit. Then I'm gonna go to the area, the page, area plan. And I'm going to make sure everything's adding up correctly. And then once that's correct, then I'm going to save it to. I'm not gonna save as. Well, I'm gonna save as a new file, correct?
For the Revit model.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you'll upgrade. You'll increment that up once. You'll save this 7.
Okay, 7.
Okay. You also want to be sure that you check that against the marketing flyer to make sure that this area is correct.
Okay.
Most likely the area is already going to be correct, but you might have to tweak them to get this to work.
Okay.
So we want to make sure that we do that. And then you're also going to update this date. Right? And you're also going to update these areas if you had to change them here. Okay? And also we're going to make sure that we have the 3-car garage. Okay? All right? And then you print. So then, once you have your print, right? It'll look like this. Okay, so you get the slide in here now. So what you're going to do is you're going to open the old set, the latest set.
The latest set. So that wouldn't be today. It would be the latest set from February the 17th. Okay.
The first one you get to that's 3-car garage right, but not a flyer. It might not be February 17th. It might be something else.
Okay. Wait.
Yeah, I just saw that too.
Oh,
you know why? We saved it, but we didn't modify it.
okay.
So no, you're right with the February 17th, but you can open the one right below that has today's date. See the one right below it. Fine. All right. So then you do a save as on this one, and save it with today's date.
Wait, that will be copy.
That's okay.
It's okay.
Yeah, it's fine. It'll ask you if you want to overwrite. That's because we just made one, but I'm going through this again so that you can feel how it what the process is.
All right. So.
Right.
And then after we're done with that, you and all of these are already in here. Or
It is
we're gonna
here, but
okay.
we're replacing it because
Look
at the exterior area over there and the schedule. You see the number 2391?
Yes.
Now go back and look at the marketing flyer. It's open in one of the tabs. Or you can look in there. You can compare it.
Oh, well.
You can compare it right there. So that one's the updated one.
Okay. So this one.
So we need to replace that. We need to put the new one in there with the correct information.
All right. So. This is right. Wait. Replacement. So.
That's right. That's the one we printed.
Okay. So are we going to?
So now we just need to put that into the other PDF.
Okay. So.
There you go.
Now this is part I forgot.
Okay. So it's under Pages up at the top.
Pages. I'm sorry, where's Pages? Oh, right here. Pages.
Replace page. Alright, so you're going to tell it where we're pulling from.
Okay, we're pulling from.
You're telling it what you're replacing.
It's already on page 2.
Okay, check everything. And that's going to be the only sheet that's updated.
Yeah.
So everything else will look.
I was just making sure it was the. Okay.
Sure. So then from there, you'll need to go ahead and save that. You see there's a star in the file name up at the tab.
Yeah.
That means that it's got unsaved changes. So you want to save that.
Okay.
You can just hit save.
Okay.
And that's all you have to do 24 times.
24 times. And I get used to it. I just, okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
So now, I mean, that's what you're doing.
Okay.
Okay, that's the end goal, is to get the new PDF to replace the sheet of the old one. Now I'm going to show you how to get the 2-car and 2.5-car design options in there, and you're going to quickly understand why we don't want to print every single set, because you'd have to print the whole set for every single one. Okay. Now on Dawson, we only have one set of drawings over here. Okay. Now we're not able to make three A1.2s because you can't have 2 sheets the same name in Revit. Okay, so in order to make this a 2-car garage, okay, we have a bunch of views up here. Okay, floor plans, first floor plan, 2-car, 2.5-car, 3-car. And these are all set up with the different design options, and it looks like these actually are not working correctly. 2-car. Okay, so you see how it just changed. Okay, and then 2.5-car should be 2.5-car. Okay, and they've all got the dimensions already set up for them. Okay, so in order to make it easier to do changes across all the models instead of having to do the changes in this model and then open the other model, do all the same changes, open another model, do all the same changes. Most of the changes are going to happen in this area over here, which is not part of the design option. Okay, so we can make the changes in 3 different sets by doing the change once, and that's why I did it this way as opposed to making 1 different model for each one. Okay, so what we would have to typically do, right, is we'd have to drag the 2-car floor plan on here, let it line up, right, and then move it over. Right, it's in the same place. Get this line back up. Renumber this. All right, and then that sheet's ready to print. Change this 2-car, and boom, we've got a 2-car floor plan. Right, not that bad, right?
So basically, that was once a 3-car. Wait, you just copied the floor plan.
I didn't copy it. I've already created the floor plans.
Well, not copy, but you just.
Originally, I did create it. Yeah. Okay. So what I did is, you remember how things snap on sheets? Remember how when they're lined up in certain places? So you see, I'm placing this. See how it snaps right there.
And the one you're snapping in place.
Yep.
That's
the new one. So that's 2.5 now, and this is 2.
Okay,
next to each other. And then all I did is I selected both of them there. See, they're both selected. And all I did was I moved it over until it snapped so that it's in the exact, you see that vertical line that's snapping to? So now they're in the exact same spot. So if he were to overlay those on top of each other, they would look identical. Right? So that's not so bad as the exterior elevations. Okay, because now I have to replace all but one of these. Because in order to get 2-car, I have to replace this one, and then I have to replace this one because the garage shows up there, and I have to replace this one because the garage bump out shows there. Okay, so instead of having to do that 3 times, we're just doing the area plan. Because otherwise you'd have to change every sheet and then reprint and then change every sheet, which maybe I should make you do just so you learn how to do it, but we want to try to get through it quickly because we don't want to charge them too much time for this. Okay, so to get the area plans, okay, the area plans were really they're really easy to go back and forth between. There's no dimensions. The only thing we have to do is change this one line right here. So instead of making an area plan for 2-car, 2.5, and 3-car, all you have to do is go, and I made this super easy in some of the models. Let's see if I made it super easy in this model. So you have first floor plan here, first floor plan here, and what you can do is you can apply view templates. Right? And there should be a 2-car option plan, and what this does is it automates. It's just gonna change those into the 2-car design option. Okay, I don't want to get into how to do design options right now. I'm just showing you how to swap back and forth. So if I hit OK, it's going to say that those have view templates applied. Are you sure you want to apply partially this view template? Hit yes. There we go. See, they're both 2-car now. Okay. Now the reason I don't do that on the elevations and the floor plans is because the elevations and floor plans have notes that you would still have to go in and change. So instead of having to go and change those and add them and remove them every time, we just made separate plans. So the only...
And with those changes, is it going to change in the schedule?
The area? Yep, it will. So you can see here, the garage went to 389. So what I had to do, okay, the area is still not correct. It says 573. So what I actually need to do is I just need to bring this line up to here. Okay, and then I just hide these so we can use them later on. Okay, so the new area is 389, so it's 32. So yeah, we're good. Right? And it doesn't affect this one because there's no area taken over here. So this should still be 394. So we're good. Okay, and then we can print that. We make sure it says 2-car garage right. All right, and then you print that, and then you do the same thing. And then you do 2.5 car.
Okay.
Okay, and then you do garage left.
Okay.
And then you do 2.5 car, 3-car garage left, and then you go to Dawson 3, and you do the same thing for 3. Now the good news is Dawson 4 is only 3-car garage. There's no options.
Okay.
So that one's easy. Easy.
Okay.
Okay. Does that all make sense? I know it's a lot.
It makes sense. It is a lot.
Give it a shot and see how far you can get.
Okay.
And if you get all the way to the PDFs, then let me know when the PDFs are done, and I'll take a look at them and we'll see if we need to change anything.
Okay.
All right?
Okay, cool.
And I'll hop out of this. What's up, Dutch? Alright. I'm going to wrap up for now. I'll be back after lunch. And I hope you'll be back after lunch too. Thanks for stopping by.